Hello everyone, and welcome back to Quest for Glory 4, where I did find my Quest for Glory anthology manual, so we can in fact make sure that we go see Dr. Cranium today. The
door is locked.
Door is locked.
It's completely silent beyond the door.
John Rice Davies. I think that's right. The name. I think that's the right name, right?
Headstone carver stares at you and then goes back to work. You introduce yourself to the gravedigger.
Me, Igor.
Me, Igor, huh?
Building was Adventurers Guild. No adventurers, no guild. Town Mordavia, this north part of town.
Mordavia.
Oh, this day job. Also work graveyard shift. Little graveyard humor there.
I like this guy.
Igor dig graves in cemetery. Igor put dead person in grave. Igor cover dead person with dirt. Igor put headstone on grave. Oh, plenty job security around here. Business is piling up. Little graveyard humor there. Again. Oh, this...
Whoops, I picked that one already. Rumors.
Oh, Igor not hear rumors. Igor not no stranger in town. Igor not no doctor make strange things in lab. Igor not no funny man in inn not funny. Igor not know many things. Igor not hear many things.
Sounds like you know quite a lot, actually.
Bad building. No go there. Bad, bad, bad.
All right. Well, we did find the last time.
And then goes back to work.
That building is in fact very, very bad because it killed us last time. So there's that. Let's see. What's on? I suppose I could have just gone to the right, but oh well. It's on this side of town because this leads up to the same screen. There is an old man over here. Greet the old man.
Greet the old man.
Good day. Have you seen my Anna?
Looking for Anna.
I am Nikolai. Have you seen my Anna?
Rumors?
Anna. Have you seen my Anna?
Town?
I am looking for Anna.
Apparently,
Have you seen
she's too distracted for looking for Anna. Alright?
You tell the old man goodbye.
If you see Anna, tell her I am looking for her.
Certainly. Also, my goodness, how was he on? First one is always easy. It's more complex as you go.
The bust's eyes seem to follow you as you walk through the hallway. It reminds you of a porthole minus the glass cover. So it's definitely not a glass of port. It reminds... The sign says this is the Key Maze. It's a truly impressive, original, multimedia work created out of whitewash and sawdust. The sign on the door says, Dr. Cranium's private laboratory. Entrance by prior appointment or demonstration of superior intelligence only. There's a sign on the door. It says, warning, do not open without appropriate precautions.
Sounds like we should open that one, yeah?
You hear something bouncing around behind the door. A lot of somethings.
Lots of some things.
How interesting. It sounded as though someone knocked on the other side of the door as well, several times.
Sounds good, let's open it. Antwerp!
Oh no, you've been Antwerped. Fortunately, these are just baby Antwerps, so the attack wasn't fatal.
I remember the Antwerp killing us in the first one. Let's check this one.
You don't hear anything behind this door.
Knock on the door.
There is no response to your knock.
Open the door.
Behind the door is a sort of rat maze, but it's missing the rat, or whatever is supposed to be traversing the maze.
Alright.
You hear mysterious bubbling and sizzling noises. Every once in a while you think you hear someone muttering to himself.
Alright. Knock.
You faintly hear a voice saying, "Don't knock! Come on in!" from beyond the door.
Yeah. Well, I have the key anyway.
The door remains securely locked.
So let's check this thing. Welcome to the Transcendental Receiving Animal Processor. You can analyze the creature you wish to capture, then apply the proper bait. If the animal is in the immediate vicinity, the trap will catch it for you. If the animal is not in the area, you'll just have to catch it yourself. But at least you'll know what to feed it. So you want to identify an animal, right? No. Too dangerous for you, right? In your case, it probably is. Let's say yes. Is it bigger than a bread box? Yes, right. What's a bread box? I'm gonna try to get all of these. I don't remember a lot of the different paths, but is it smaller than an ant? Yes. It had to be a baby ant then. Try feeding it antipasto. Yes, identify. Not bigger than a bread box. Not smaller than an ant. Is it black and white and red all over? Sounds like a penguin with a sunburn. Use suntan lotion for bait. Yes. No. 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 Is it yellow and does it weigh 500 pounds? Have wings and have an attitude? Then it's a 500-pound canary. Say, here, kitty, kitty. No, 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 no. Is it gray and wrinkled and lives in a tree? Your elephant is psychologically challenged. Pretend you're a peanut. No, no, no. No, no. Is it gray, wrinkled, wears a hat and says only you can prevent savannah fires? That's Smokey the elephant. Leave a fire burning and he'll come. Ah, yes, I remember that from Quest for Glory 3. Does it bounce? No. Does it dribble? No. At least it's not an elephant with an overbite. No, it doesn't bounce. Yes, it does dribble. Ah, so that would be Kareem Abdul Elephant. Put a peanut in a basket for him. Yes. No, 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 no. No, no. Yes, it bounces. You want an elephant on a pogo stick, no doubt. Try looking in the swamp. Not an elephant on a pogo stick. Is it blue, avocado shaped, and sings Waltzing Matilda? Oh, can't be an Antwerp then. They can't sing a note. Go all the way here. No, no, it doesn't sing Waltzing Matilda. Must be an Antwerp you want. I only threw in Waltzing Matilda to make it tougher. Feed it avocado. Yay! Very good.
You bait the trap with avocado. The trap starts working.
I skipped that on accident, sorry.
You've caught an Antwerp. It's simply amazing.
Yay!
You've caught an Antwerp. It's...
Now, we can use the Antwerp in the maze.
This is the Antwerp maze. Antwerps are naturally bouncy, so all you have to do is continually rotate the maze until the baby Antwerp bounces over to the key, then out through the exit.
Awesome. So here's the Antwerp, and I think they fixed this bug, actually. But it used to be that the speed slider affected your Antwerp. Yeah, nope, it doesn't anymore. That's unfortunate. That used to be an exploit where you could turn down the speed modifier. Let's turn the skill all the way up. See just how ridiculous this maze gets when we have it all the way up. So, it adds in holes everywhere. You have to be watchful of where you're turning so that the Antwerp goes in the right direction. Nope. I did it bad. Got it? Got it?
The Antwerp has found a hole in the space-time continuum and slipped back to the beginning of the maze.
Oops. So it looks like I have to actually go all the way around this way. But you've seen the skilled up version. I always play on low skill because I prefer low skill. So, just saying. I have no issues with games being easy. So, you will never hear me complain about a game being too easy. Dang it. This is hard enough as it is. Just remembering like which direction turns the maze in which direction here. Dang it! This is a lot easier without the Antwerp speed patch. Because you can just exploit the speed to make this easier. Dang it. There it goes. Did it bad. Got it. It can be really hard to get those slots at the very top and very bottom. So you have to turn the maze in exactly the right direction at exactly the right time. There we go.
Use the baby Antwerp to get Dr. Cranium's laboratory key from the maze. You add the key to your keyring.
I like that you have a key ring just out of nowhere the first time you get any of the keys. Unlock. Alright, now I have to solve this. I'll show you the skilled up version. And nope. Because you have to do the outside borders here, and all the pieces are really tiny, and nope. I refuse. See, it's a 5x5 puzzle as opposed to a 4x3. So, it's a lot harder, and I refuse. This game is satisfiably difficult as it is, in my opinion. I don't see any need to make this game any harder than it already is. Got it.
Great! You've managed to find Dr. Cranium's keyhole and open the door. You pass through into Dr. Cranium's private laboratory.
Quickly, Igor, the fluid. I must have the fluid. Oh, excuse me. I thought it was Igor coming in to assist me. He helps out in the lab sometimes. Now then, what can I do for you?
You say hello to the scientist.
One of my favorite themes from this game.
You must have more than the usual intelligence and perseverance to have made it in here.
Introduce yourself.
Introduce yourself to Dr. Cranium and tell him a little about your adventures.
I should be most interested to hear about your travels and your scientific discoveries along the way. Unfortunately, I have very little time for that right now. Perhaps we can discuss your adventures when you next return.
Alright.
My name is Dr. Cranium. I am Mordavia's chief scientist and a certified genius. Some call me mad, but I much prefer Dr. Cranium.
Science.
Ah, yes, science. I'm glad you asked. Science is the process of systematically increasing our knowledge of the world through observation and experiment. Unfortunately, some of the townspeople here seem to have no concept of the wonders of science. Some of them even claim my little inventions are magical. Such poppycock. There's no such thing as magic. Still, the townspeople insisted that I should be able to use my magic to cure wounds and sickness. I told them that I am a scientist, not a doctor, but they wouldn't listen. I had little choice but to concoct some simple elixirs. They were childishly pleased. Science is really so simple once you understand it.
Science.
If you want to improve your stamina, then you should make sure you eat a healthy diet from all the different food groups and get plenty of aerobic exercise. That is science.
So I think it's this Quest for Glory 3 that starts the there's no stamina potions thing.
Oh, you must mean.
And none of the other games have them,
drink.
so
You may have my last one. Unfortunately, I have forgotten the formula for its main ingredient. If you can help me remember it, I will be able to make some more healing drinks, although the work is very time-consuming.
Alright, so this is a copy protection mechanic. You have to have the manual, and in the manual, on the top and bottom of each page, there is these words with symbols. If you have the Quest for Glory Anthology manual, it gives you an entire list of all of them. So that's what I'm using, is the Quest for Glory Anthology one, and it is air, and pizza, and then pizza, and then air, and then water.
Thank you! With that information, I'm sure I shall be able to create some sensational scientific solutions.
And if you get the ingredient wrong, you get stuck, basically. He'll come back and be like, that didn't work, and you'll never be able to...
You must mean my new universal poison antidote.
Get it
you
again.
may have this one, but I will need some help with the formula to make more. Also, I am afraid I only have time to make one each day.
Desertix. Also, if you don't have the manual, you do reach a point in the game where you literally need the manual and then can't progress in the game.
Thank you! With that information, I'm sure I shall be able to create some sensational scientific solutions.
So, that's unfortunate.
You ask Dr. Cranium if he can spare an empty flask for specimen collection.
Of course, of course. I am always delighted to assist scientific research of any kind, and I have plenty of flasks. You may have this one.
Hey, we're gonna need about 3, from what I remember.
Experiments are the meat and drink of science. First, you must come up with a hypothesis based on your understanding of the scientific elements. Then perform an experiment to test the hypothesis. Afterwards, you have a pizza.
Afterwards, you have a pizza.
Earth is for solidity and stability. Air gives freedom and movement. Fire provides power and energy. Water, fluidity, and life. Pizza, of course, is the most important element of all. Pizza represents the essence of well-roundedness and regaining strength. Most importantly, you can have it delivered in under half an hour in most areas.
Hypothesis.
A hypothesis is a scientific guess. One predicts the result of an operation, performs an experiment to test the prediction, then has a pizza to celebrate the result. It is very important to stay flexible, however. Sometimes the experiment may give a different result than predicted by the hypothesis. Since real scientists don't like to make mistakes, we always write the hypothesis in pencil.
Right.
Pizza is a
What's
crucial ingredient
what is
in
that?
many scientific formulae. There is a nearly infinite variation in its effects, depending on whether one starts with pepperoni, mushrooms, artichokes, or plain cheese. One should always order extra pizza in case the experiment requires additional materials. Besides, science is hungry work.
Always order extra pizzas. Keep that in mind. Always order extra pizzas.
There is, of course, no such thing as magic. There is only science. Still, you would be amazed at how gullible some people are. Just the other day, someone gave me this scroll saying it was a magical spell. Can you believe that? It is purest poppycock. Nothing on here makes any sense whatsoever. Here, you may have this as a reminder that magic is a figment of fevered imagination. Only science is real.
Obviously, Dr. Cranium needs to take a correspondence course from the famous wizard school. As you read the scroll, you'll find that you have learned the incantations and gestures with which to cast a glide spell. Then the scroll vanishes.
Yay,
There,
glide
you see,
spell.
it was not even a very good piece of parchment. Fell right apart.
Igor.
Igor is the gravedigger and tombstone carver. Business has been slow lately, perhaps because there are very few people left in town. So Igor sometimes comes in to help me with my work.
Igor's business?
Igor has had less work of late. The forest is just as dangerous, but there aren't very many people left in town who are stupid enough to go out there at night, you know. I like to think of it as a sort of evolution in action.
Gravestones.
Igor is carving out quite a niche for himself in the gravestone business. You might say he is well on his way to becoming a rock star. Then again, you might not.
Little graveyard humor there, I guess.
The cemetery is outside of town to the east. It has proven a fruitful source of materials for my experiments. There are also some interesting and cryptic puzzles to be solved there.
Cryptic. Little graveyard humor there, eh?
Essential etheric fluid is an important ingredient in my formula for reanimating dead bodies. It contains the essence of the element of water, the most important ingredient in life science.
EEF.
This laboratory is where I perform some of my most important research. Lately, I have been trying to bring life back to a dead body and to brew the perfect cup of tea.
Dead to life?
Reanimating the dead is just another day's work in the life of a scientist. Even science cannot bring a person back right the way they were, but one can use scientific principles to restore the semblance of life and energy to formerly dead flesh.
Perfect tea.
The one alchemical combination that I have thus far been unable to fully analyze is that of a good cup of tea. I'm sure there must be a way to duplicate the effects of nature, but the results have not been promising so far. Perhaps you would like a cup of spearmint and beefsteak tea? I thought not. This is even harder than rehydration solution and reviving dead tissue.
Research.
Research is the heart and soul of science. Without constant experimentation to prove or disprove one's hypotheses, the scientist is left trying to solve the world's problems by guesswork. That is hardly the most efficient way to achieve results. I try to maintain a modest selection of useful experimental equipment in my simple laboratory. Unfortunately, it has become very difficult to obtain the most modern scientific accessories since the road out of the valley became closed by the swamp.
Alright. Mad scientist.
Mad? Mad? They all call me mad, but what do they know of madness? I am not mad. A bit perturbed about the world situation and how I get so little respect, perhaps, but certainly not mad.
Certainly not mad. Let's tell him about magic.
You explain to Dr. Cranium that magic is really a lot like science, and even deals with the same elements.
Oh, nonsense! There's no such thing as magic. There is only science. What you call magic is simply scientific phenomena that have not yet been properly investigated and catalogued.
Funny enough, in the world that I'm creating for the game I'm making, science and magic do go hand in hand in that regard.
You say goodbye to Dr. Cranium.
Please be careful not to break the beakers or crack the flasks on your way out.
Like, like in order to cast magic and things, you have to know magical theory.
Dr. Cranium likes to stay ahead of his competitors.
Wow. This one doesn't have dialogue. Quickly scan through 300,000 kilometers per second. That's just a good idea. It's the law. It's pretty light reading after all.
It's a beaker full of eyes, and they all seem to be looking at you. Glass globes of unknown intent hang in nets from the ceiling. It looks like a giant boiler. The chain attached to it looks like it activates some sort of release valve. A contraption looking nothing quite so much as a giant ray gun points towards the operating table. Now wait just a second. There's no such thing as a ray gun in Mordavia, is there? Dr. Cranium looks considerably more like a demented wizard or mad scientist than a real scientist. Despite his white hair, you suspect that he's no more than middle-aged. He also seems to have developed a significant paunch. Root beer belly, no doubt.
Root beer belly.
Dr. Cranium has an orderly personality, so he likes to arrange things in tables. You are in an incredibly cluttered laboratory. Flasks, vials, jars, and tubing cover every surface. Experiments are in progress everywhere. It looks for all the world like a medieval moonshine still. But Dr. Cranium is far too intelligent to drink alcohol, so he must be developing a new fuel or something.
Alright, well, that's about it.
Visit again. Oh, and if you see Igor, please tell him I still need the fluid.
Still needs the fluid. Alright, well, you know what? I think this is a good spot to end this episode off at. So I do hope you've all enjoyed. If you have, please feel free to subscribe. Feel free to check the video description down below for a link to the playlist so that you can get caught up on any episodes you might have missed. And I'll see you all next time. See you later.